What's going on, guys? Zenix back here with another top 5 of that episode of Flash. So there's a lot of Gorilla City stuff going on this episode. We have Grodd, we have Solovar, and we have Team Flash in the middle of all of it. So starting off at number 5. Grodd and all the other sentient gorillas somehow send Earth 2 Harry a cryptogram invitation to decode, and once he actually decodes it, it's a location that he's supposed to go to. So what happens is Harry actually ends up going to that location, and when he arrives there, he gets captured by the gorillas. Somehow he ends up in Africa, which is where Gorilla City is, and Jessie figures out that he's been lost on his expedition for a certain amount of time, and she just goes straight to Earth 1 to ask for Team Flash's help. Number 4. Barry, Caitlin, Cisco, and Julian all go to Earth 2 to try to save Harry and prevent the future event that is gorillas wreaking havoc on Central City. So what we know from the title of next week's episode is that it actually is going to happen. It's called Attack on Central City. So it can only be assumed that this gorilla wreaking havoc on Central City thing is actually going to happen. Number 3. Solovar is the leader of the gorillas, and according to Grodd, Solovar is actually a really bad ruler, and he really hates the humans, and he thinks of them as a threat who need to be exterminated. Grodd was apparently the one who sent Harry the cryptogram and wanted to lure him and Team Flash over to this Earth in order to defeat Solovar. Grodd does this for the purpose of assuming power over Solovar, because whenever Team Flash beats Solovar in the ring, or actually it's Flash who beats him in the ring, then Grodd's next up in line to take the throne. Number 2. Grodd ends up deceiving Team Flash into doing his dirty work for him. Solovar didn't actually care about the humans and just didn't mind them at all, but it was Grodd who has a vendetta against humankind, and it's because he was locked up behind bars for so long that he says is the reason for his hatred. He just hates them, and just as the Reverse Flash taught him, he always has to stay one step ahead. So we obviously see that happening this episode, and especially at the end as well. Number 1. Barry tries to speed punch, lightning toss, and do all these things to Solovar, but it's just not working. So Solovar actually has some really cool abilities, like whenever Flash tries to go in for the punches, he blocks him with the shield. Whenever Flash tries to lightning toss him, Solovar does like a Hulk smash on the ground, dust goes everywhere, Barry can't see, he doesn't know where he's going, and he fails essentially. This is what initiates Cisco to tell him, don't do what you normally do what the Reverse Flash would do. This makes Barry take out his phasing hand, and what's surprising is that Solovar doesn't actually die, he just gets knocked onto the ground, and Flash wins the battle, thus making Grodd the new leader of Gorilla City. So at the end of the episode, we actually see Grodd and his army preparing to attack, as well as Gypsy standing in front of them. It can only be assumed that whenever Cisco was in the prison with Team Flash, somehow she vibed him and saw that he was in trouble, so she came to Earth 2, went to the prison, and then she got mind controlled by Grodd. And this is how it's going to link to next week's episode, which is Attack on Central City, and it's going to be all the gorillas just piling in on Central City and just completely destroying it, and this is probably going to lead to that future article actually coming true, which is the city recovering after the gorilla attack. So I hope you guys enjoyed my top 5 Easter eggs of that episode of Flash. I'll see you guys next week for a new episode of Flash, and see you then. Peace.